For the first time since 2014, the NHL has let players back in the Olympics, and that alone makes this the most important men's hockey tournament in over a decade. No more who's that guy rosters, no more watered down competition. This is best on best, with the league's biggest stars finally getting their Olympic moment. Connor McDavid, Nathan MacKinnon, Auston Matthews, Sidney Crosby, and yes, the Tkachuks. This isn't just an Olympic tournament. This is the NHL reintroducing itself to the world.
Yes, it is, and it's very fun to see. And they're doing this, by the way. They're allowing these players to go to the Olympics in lieu of an All-Star game. So you're not going to get an All-Star game this year. You're not going to get another Four Nations tournament. These guys have committed themselves to the Olympics. So the NHL has shut itself down for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and this tournament obviously matters. The NHL and its players have fought for years over Olympic participation. Owners hated shutting down the season. Players hated missing the biggest stage in sports. COVID killed it in 2022. Politics removed Russia in 2026. But after the Four Nations face-off last year lit a fuse under U.S. versus Canada, the league realized something. International hockey still hits different. This is about growing the game, but it's also about legacy. For Connor McDavid, for MacKinnon, this is their first Olympics. For Crosby, it could be his last. That alone raises the stakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is absolutely huge. And yes, every single time you ask any player, whether it be in soccer, whether it be in baseball, basketball, whatever, when the front of your jersey doesn't say Lakers, when it doesn't say Yankees, when it doesn't say Padres, when it doesn't say Barcelona, it means more when it's your nation on the front of it. It makes you play that much harder. And that's exactly what the Four Nations was able to remind the NHL, is that it's not just that it hits different, it's that it means more to the players playing.
Now, the elephant in the room, of course, is no Russia. And for whatever, for all the reasons of why Russia is not competing, is a different conversation. But just from the on ice conversation, Russia's absence matters, period. I mean, you can go through the list of stars that are not playing in the Olympics because Russia's not in it. It makes it kind of technically best on most of the best, but it also means something else that's also important. The path is clearer than ever for U.S. or Canada to dominate.
Yeah, absolutely. That means no Kiprasov, no Nikita Kucherov, no Alexander Ovechkin, no Artemi Panarin in the All-Star game. So in the Olympics, pardon me. So that means, yeah, it is. It's kind of more or less the U.S. versus Russia, but we've seen Sweden be very U.S. versus Canada, but we've seen Sweden, we've seen Finland, we've seen Norway be able to play very, very well in these style of tournaments. So you can't overlook, especially those teams. And also Germany has a couple of pretty decent NHLers on their roster.
Yeah, this could be the last Olympics, though, played under the restrictions of not allowing Russia in the competition, which the door is already cracking open for Russia's return down the road, which makes this tournament even more pivotal for countries like the United States and Canada, who look to be on a collision course. Now, Canada, talented, experienced, but they have a goalie problem. Canada's roster is ridiculous. They have so many different names that you see in the NHL all the time. McDavid, MacKinnon, Crosby down the middle might be the best center trio ever assembled. Cale Marker might already be the best defenseman alive. They've got skill, snarl, and a championship pedigree everywhere. But the issue is they don't trust its goaltending.
No, and Cale Makar out front can't do everything. You have Jordan Binnington, who was unbelievable in the Four Nations tournament, but he has been unbelievable in the NHL this season. Darcy Kemper, Logan Thompson are upgrades, but compared to what the U.S. has, it's got nothing on Canada. Canada's got nothing on them.
Yeah, Canada's very much a soft spot in terms of the goalkeeping. If Canada loses, it's not because they didn't score, it's because they didn't get any saves. As for Team USA, this is the deepest team that they have ever had.
Yeah, absolutely. Matthew Tkachuk, Auston Matthews, Jack Eichel down the middle. You've got the Tkachuk brothers bringing chaos and confidence, and boy, did they bring chaos in the Four Nations tournament. Elite puck-moving defensemen, Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger, Jeremy Swayman in net is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they've got some of the best goaltenders in the world right now. However, they did leave a couple of big names home.
Yeah, what are some of the names that they had left on the offensive side back in the States?
Yeah, Cole Caulfield, Jason Robertson those are big time young players that unfortunately, because of how deep and how stacked this US roster is, just unfortunately not able to make the trip.
Yeah, they picked a lot of defensive first choices, which asked the question, if the Americans trail late in a gold medal game, can they outscore Canada, or are they built more to just protect leads than to chase them? When could they meet? They're in separate groups, which makes the gold medal matchup possible but not guaranteed. Seeding does matter. Goal differential matters. In Group B, you got Finland and Sweden, who could scramble everything.
Mhm.
We've seen this movie before. In 2014, Canada and the United States met in the semifinals, not the final, and it sucked the air out of the tournament. The world wants USA versus Canada for gold. The format doesn't promise it.
No, it certainly doesn't. But the most important thing right now is there is a path. There is a way to get there. And yes, we all know that that's going to be the gold medal game, no matter what round it's being played in. But there is a path for it to genuinely be the gold medal game.
Now, the real medal threats beyond the big two, well, you got a handful. You got Sweden, you got Finland, you got Czechia, you got Germany, you got Switzerland. Outside of that, there's not really a lot of countries that could scare US or Canada.
No, absolutely not. I would say if there were going to be two, I would say that it would be Sweden and possibly Czechia. Those would be the two that I would think are going to be the most likely. Switzerland, they've got skill everywhere, but they don't really have a goaltender, and they need one in a tournament like this.
We'll see what happens as the men get ready to start playing very soon here in the Winter Olympics. The women already off to a really good start, Frank. I mean, they have gone 4-0. They have scored 5 goals in each of their games and have outscored their opponents 20-1 after dominating Canada earlier on Tuesday. So we'll have an update for you next week on what's going on in the Winter Olympics with the NHL and all of their players playing for different countries as we continue our NHL updates.